What is it like living here in Oslo? Like, what are your favorite things about living here and what are your least favorite? Recently, I was in Oslo, Norway, and instead of spending time walking around and giving you my first-hand take of what I like about the city, I decided to do something a little bit different for this video. In this video, I've decided to go and talk to actual residents of this city. I talked to them about what they like about the city as well as what they don't like, and we even get into how much it costs to live in a city as expensive as Oslo, Norway.
The cultural life. Coming from a small city, I think the cultural life for me is one of my favorites. Being able to go to museums and concerts and yeah, do the bigger things kind of.
What about for you?
Yeah, I'd say the culture. There's just so much to do here in the city. I'm trying to do more stuff around the city now as the pandemic is over here. We're actually heading to the National Museum
cool.
now.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's like a little bit of being a tourist in your own city.
Yeah, you can say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I really appreciate the transportation opportunities. What's that called in English? Like collective.
Oh, like public transit.
Public trans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's really great. I lived in another big city, Bergen, and also in Fredrikstad. The ways of getting around is much harder. It's really easy to get around all over Oslo with the public transportation. So that's a really big plus for me.
I think my favorite is kind of the people that live here. I think they're more similar to me than other places.
When you lived here a long time, it's a small city, and then you know you can walk everywhere, and you can, okay, I'm going there. Okay, I can walk there. So it's the distances aren't that big if you want to go places, and that's kind of cool.
I really appreciate how quiet it is back home. I'd say the people and all the people and the bus, kind of the crowds.
I think coming from a small place, it's certainly more chaotic in a way with the bus and the more traffic, the sounds. Yeah, I'm not too fond of that either. So I live pretty far, not in the city center.
My least favorite is, I guess Oslo is like the least safe city in Norway, but I think that's just because it's so big. Like, it is obviously safe in many ways, but I guess you just hear so many more things about like stabbings and like rape and stuff like that in Oslo than in other cities.
For me, my least favorite thing about the city is that it's kind of divided with east and west, and on the east side there's more poverty, but on the west side it's like kind of
rich.
Yeah, it's not a good. It should be more blended with the people living with each other, because now it's very like, oh, you're from the east side. That's not good, kind of.
Yeah.
And there's more
Crime.
Crime. Thanks. There's more crime on the east side as well that you notice, but there's a lot of crime on the west side also.
Okay.
But it goes very unseen.
A bad thing. Maybe there aren't any. I don't know. Do you have any?
Well, it's quite expensive to live here.
For sure.
The rent is quite high, and if you're looking to get on the market with an apartment, it's really high prices here.
What is your rent?
It's about 8,700.
Now, do you have roommates or are you living on your own?
No, I have a single room. It's not very big, but I don't have to share it with anyone.
And then what about you? What's your living
I
situation?
share an apartment with a friend of mine. So we live together, so we share it. What we pay each, I pay a little more because I have a bigger room. So I pay the same as you actually. If I would rent it on my own, I would pay
14,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your own bathroom or do you have to share?
We share, but
Okay.
we're really close, so
Yeah.
that's not a worry.
I live in a flat here, not like in this area, and with 2 other people. For the whole flat, it's $1,950 per month. It's actually a very
pretty nice
I
apartment.
think I have a really nice apartment. It's also we also have a terrace, and there are quite few apartments in Oslo that do have terrace when it's in the city. So that's pretty cool. But at the same time, we live right by the train, so you can.
It's noisy.
It's a little bit noisy, but it's very good isolated, so you don't hear that much. But if we have the windows open, we hear a lot.
I live in like I don't know what you call it in English, like when you live with like more people.
Like with
And
roommates?
Yes, exactly. And me and my friend share a room. But it's kind of expensive for me, who always live with my parents. So it's definitely like not small.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it cost for you to split the room with your friend?
5,000 a month.
5,000
so it's
kroner.
actually okay, but 5,000 for sharing a room is quite expensive, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
How many other people do you live with in the?
There's 5 other people.
Okay,
Yeah.
5 other. And does everyone have a roommate, or do they all? Do some have like their own room?
Usually people have their own room.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have an app called fin.no, and it's basically where all the apartments is available for sales, or almost all available for sales or rental. And this area is called Majorstuen here. So I can get an estimate and I can find the size. So this is about in the range of 65 to 80 square meters. And it has a balcony. Let me see. For long-term rent, you would be somewhere between 20,000 around there.
Okay.
And you have
20,000 a month.
20,000 a month. And then you have to pay the electricity.
Electricity,
Yeah.
and then like water, garbage.
Usually,
trash, is that
no,
included?
water, garbage, those things that's included in rent.
Okay.
But usually, electricity is exclusive.
What would you say your biggest expenses are living here in Oslo?
Food and cultural life, I feel like those two, besides rent for many people,
Yeah.
are the two
Alcohol
main
is a
things.
big one.
Alcohol.
Yeah, maybe
A lot.
because in Oslo, I don't know if it's the same in Bergen, but many places you have to pay like $10 just to get in. Like
Oh,
the
for
clubs.
cover charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then $10 for a beer.
yeah, it's it's not like it's not the most affordable, but at the same time, Norwegian people, or no, actually, I don't think they do. I would say that they usually drink more before they go out, but there are many people using a lot of money when they're going out as well in the clubs. But it's so expensive. If you want to drink, it's like maybe $15. It's a lot.
For one drink.
Yeah, and a mediocre drink. It's not that good.
It doesn't have that much alcohol either.
No,
So you don't really,
it's
but it's
kinda
more,
sad.
yeah, it's common to just buy beer at the store
Yeah.
and then pre-drink and then go out.
Gotcha.
You,
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of have to, like, Norwegian drink so much that it's like part of the budget. Like I feel like you cut food before you cut beer.
What's like the average cost of spending on food per month?
If I keep to my budget, I would say I use between 1,500 and 2,000 kroners
Okay.
on food.
We've been told now that there are some foods we can't get for breakfast, for example, because the prices are going up.
Really?
So it's affecting us as well, even though I have the food included in my rent. But not in a big way though.
I feel like the whole food price has just gone up.
You've seen inflation here too, just like everywhere
Yeah.
else.
And
Definitely.
and the energy prices as well are going up. You know, electricity prices. That's why my rent is going up now. I think everyone's is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not lucky enough to have it included in your rent. Many people are experiencing very high prices when it comes to like electricity and power.
Right. How much does electricity cost typically?
Oh, now because of the war, it's skyrocketed. So we usually see what's the rate every day. So it can be like between 2 Norwegian crowns or 6 Norwegian crowns per. I don't know the unit you call kilowatt time. You have to Google that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of costly. It's like 10 times the normal rate.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because of the war and other market stuff that's happening in Europe now.
I see.
So it's an energy crisis in Europe now, and we are also affected of it.
What about like other expenses that cost a lot for you?
The bus and the metro, it's kind of expensive to take. Like one single ticket is like $3 or almost $4, and it lasts you for 1 hour, and for a month is like $85.
Oh, okay.
Each month.
$85. That's if you're buying like a monthly pass, or if you're paying per ride.
No, if you're paying per ride, it's even more expensive.
Okay, got it. So around $85 a month for.
But for students, it's half that.
Yeah, for students, it's like $45.
Okay.
But it
Or
stops
elderly
when you're
people.
like 30,
Yeah.
I think 32.
You
Then you
can't
don't
buy
get
a
it.
student ticket. You can only buy student tickets for like a monthly ticket.
Yeah.
You can't buy it for a single one.
I know.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like this video, make sure to share it with some friends or family. That is one way you can help support my YouTube channel. Also, if you're interested in other videos about other cities and what it might be like to live there, I've got a video on Mexico City as well as a video on Trondheim in central Norway. So make sure to check those out.